rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the #3 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Canes will put total weather and we'll get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that there's so many games that were so important, they had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
Release to the back. This time he's got him. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Outside the pocket, let's go.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They just keep firing. Skips away from pressure. Throwing on the run. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Works the middle of the field. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable, because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on second and goal. Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
That is how you finish a drive. Nice drive put together. Don't kick threes. We need touchdowns. And that's a great job executing down here near the goal line. You got the 3rd and goal. You were physical enough to run the football in. Nice start to this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Finley. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The play action fake. Got a man. It's Finley. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
A strike downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and then speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick completion to the right. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picks up the first down, still moving. Flying down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Seminoles. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Touch pass on the run. Breaks into the open. The tap. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Washington. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the grab on the left. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He's got it on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove to my team, to my unit, to everybody out there, I can get this first down. Let's go.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Going to swing it on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. From the gun on third down. Now he's going to break the pocket. They get to him as he throws. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
To the ground with the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield. Finds a crease at the 20. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Knowles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Wants to go up top. He unleashes a long one. Grabs it inside the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
The pressure ramps up on third and goal. He'll take it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he puts through the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
I love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to scramble. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's complete on the right side.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The shotgun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Canes. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They're working that left side. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Turns it loose. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Power football with the run. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making checks. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
He wants to change this route. From the gun, the running back has it. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. The Canes want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Finley.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Turning it on. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Fires into the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. All down inside the 5, at the 4 after the pick.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Wants to adjust the pattern. It's complete. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think...
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Quick release by the QB. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Quarterback keeps it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. He'll bring it out. It's Fenley. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune. There he goes! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just it makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Now the play fake. Caught, close to the marker, it's Flynn. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up with getting that score. That is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Nevada is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 22 over West Virginia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit, make sure it falls incomplete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Off play action. Got his man on the right. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw. Unleashes one deep. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive.
Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game. It just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all that athleticism.
The speed and swag, they got it going now. They got the confidence going. And when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He makes the grab. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. It's a draw. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys. The ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Ball is loose. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might be calling a hot route. Shows him the stiff arm. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Turning it on. The 40. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here at the end of the game.
There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. And it's no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To the air on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. And he's thrown another interception. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.